Good evening and welcome to BLAPPS TARK, Better Living and Positive Propaganda System, talking about real knowledge. I'm Victor Evelyn. I'll be your host today. It's 6 o'clock. It's Sunday. Let's get this party started right. We're going to talk about what's happening over here, what's happening over there. We're going to talk about celebrity and community. And of course, towards the end of the show, we're going to talk about what sparks me off. Because I have problems. A lot of things I need to get off my chest. A lot of irks and a lot of little niggly things that, happen to me. And during the week, when I'm driving around doing one of my many jobs, a driving job I love. It's an awesome job. It's so simple. It's just a driving job, basically. And I see these things happening all the time. And I'm going to say, I'm definitely going to be talking about that on BLAPPS Talk when I've got a chance. So this is what I do. I get it off my chest every week, and you get to hear about it. You can comment. That's what the comment section is for. Come into the show. Tell me what's getting on your nerves. What you want to talk about. UK, what happens over here. Outside the UK, what happens over there. Celebrity and community is obvious, but we talk about the celebrities from all over the world, what they're up to, what's happening to them. And of course, community stuff is what's happening in our own community, what's changing, what needs to be changed, blah, blah, blah. And sparks me off.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without applause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling? You know it's time to get D. The enemy telling you to hear it. They praise the music, it's time to play the lyrics. Some say no to the album, the show, but much the sound. I made a year ago, I guess you know. You guess I'm just a radical, not on sabbatical. Yes, to make it critical. The only part of your body should be partying too. There's a power on the hour from the rebel in you.
Hey, yo, Chuck, man, I don't understand this, man. Yo, you got to slow down, man. You're losing them.
Radio, suckers never play me. All the mix, they just okay me now, knowing and growing. When the clock in my soul is no sneaking and taking everything that a brother owns. My calling card.
Public Enemy, my introduction music from way back when I was in Tropical FM. 150 plus shows with Boogie Boogie Boogie. And yeah, that one started BLAPPS Talk every single time.
Hey, yo, Chuck, I think we take this
Rebellion
show.
song. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Terminator X.
Okay, so let's get this going. My choice of conversation for over here is going to be hello, how you doing? I'm sorry, people coming to the station. It's not professional to react to what they're doing and you don't know about it because you don't see what's going on. So I do. Okay, over here, Jeremy Corbyn. Always do that because of that other guy, James Corden. Don't worry about it. It's my problem. Jeremy Corbyn's under attack again. He's been called an anti-Semite. Who's doing the talking though? It's always his critics, the people most fearful of him. You know, the people most scared of him, the people most that want to make sure that he doesn't get into power next. It's obviously he's going to be in power. Really? Come on now. You see what's happening over America. You know, I equate Theresa May to Trump. Right? That's what I do. Sue me. And I basically think that whenever America sneezes, we sneeze. And whenever UK sniffles, they sneeze. It's been going on for decades. Everyone knows about it. Hello, Julie. Hi. Everyone knows about it. And what they're doing, all they can do is backbite and try to get unrest towards Jeremy Corbyn. Basically, that is an anti-Semite accusation that he's being anti-Semitic. He hasn't got an anti-Semitic bone in his body. I've never heard. Well, obviously, I've heard the accusations, but his record speaks for itself. So I'm asking you, is he being accused of anti-Semitism again because it's a way to evoke some bad propaganda towards him? Is it a political cross for Corbyn to bear while he's trying to fight against proper Brexit exit and all that kind of stuff? He laid a wreath of flowers at a monument dedicated to the Gaza attack in 1985. Now there's a, did you lay the wreath? Because it wasn't really about them. It was about other people in 1998, 92 and stuff like that. Nothing to do with the Gaza attacks. So I think you're just against the Israeli government. And you don't like Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu, what was his name? Benjamin Netanyahu, that's it. The Prime Minister, President of Israel, and and the attacks on Gaza and Palestine and the Palestinians in 1985. Jeremy Corbyn saying, no, I leave it as a matter of respect. I don't like the way they're doing what they're doing over there. They're causing division. They're causing mass hatred towards the Palestinians. They're supposed to be over there trying to make a settlement, but instead, over the last 40 years or so, they've only caused chaos and violence towards the Palestinians there and trying to take over the whole territory instead of share it. It's very conflicting problems when it comes to, do Israel actually have the right to settle and make Palestine their home? But that's been going on since 1960. I'm going to say 7, when they made a vote for it, and then they had it for a day. They were giving it for a day because after World War II, Israel paid for the wars on both sides. They paid for Germany to fight against Russia, UK, France, America, and they paid for America to get involved, and they made America get involved at the behest of the UK. We need help to deal with them, so they got Japan involved, and they got America involved at the end to finish off Japan. And they paid for everything on both sides. The banks won that war, but let's not get down into it. As a payback, America and Britain said, Israel, thanks for your cash. What can we do for you? And they said, well, back in the day, the Jews, they were thrown out of Egypt, and they were the forgotten people, and they want to settle in their homeland. Now, if you think back 2,000 years ago when this is supposed to have happened, the Hebrew people of the day were from Africa, North Africa. Egypt is Northeast Africa. It's literally at top right of Africa. It's Africa. The people out there that time were this color, not this color, this color. They were the original Hebrews, this color. So when I say to you, you've got these people that call themselves Jews now, coming from Russia. These are the people that are in Germany with the getting gassed and stepped on by Adolf Hitler. These are the ones that are saying, we're going to use our money and our accumulate wealth to help out you win this war against your rivals. And for this, we need to have our homeland back. These are the ones with this and the hat and the that kind of Jew. They are the ones. So the black people who are going back now from America, from all over the world, back to their homeland, which is now apparently Palestine, they're getting treated like they are the outsiders. How do we know you're original Jews? What are you talking about? How do we know? Let's look at your passport. I don't think we should let you back in. So this has been going on for decades. Okay, so when I say to you, I'm a little bit on Jeremy Corbyn's side, this is what I'm talking about. The people of Palestine are going through literal hell because of the Israeli government and what they do and their rhetoric and what they say on news channels and how they're portraying the Palestinians. They're causing trouble. They're killing our children. They all kinds of ridiculous lies, just so they can take over a country completely under our noses. Meanwhile, America subsidizes that war, their protection, all the arms that they need to buy to protect themselves, and Iran and Russia. They filter money through the banks to help the Palestinians. And so, who started the ISIS? Who started the Houthi rebels? Who started? It all comes down to Syria and all this. All these are background noise to the Israel problem. So, this is what I'm saying to you people. What do you think? How do you feel about this? Get into the chat room. Let me know what you're thinking. It's been a sad day, sad week for celebrities. So when we get to the celebrity and community part, you're going to understand why I've said that. It's a couple of celebrities have died, and as usual, they always die in threes. When one starts, there'll be 3 deaths in a week, and we've had 2 so far. So I'm wondering who's next. So we've had Aretha Franklin, and we've had Corbyn, the Secretary General of the UN, United Nations. They've both died with this week. Now, there's lots of community people that have died, but they're not celebrities, so we don't get to talk about them. But in celebrity community, if you know someone has died and you want to pay your respects, get in the chat room. I'll talk about them for you if people can't see and make their own decisions on who's important to talk about. But yeah, Aretha Franklin, we're going to be talking about her in a minute, so I'll leave that there. In the meantime, to get your juices flowing about Aretha, I'm going to play her tune, one of her classic tunes. Where did I put it? Okay.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect, but you just a little bit, hey, baby, just a little bit. Oh, just a little bit, mister, just a little bit.
Whoa, what happened there? What's going on? What's happened to my song? Oh, wow. That's not good. What was it? I'll get her back. I'll get her back for you. Hold on a second. We have, Houston, we have a problem. Aretha's gone for a second. What's going on with my technicals? All right.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect, just a little bit, hey, baby, just a little bit. Oh, just a little bit, mister, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do you wrong, why you don't? I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect, just a little bit, baby, just a little bit. Oh, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm about to give it
Yes, that was Aretha Franklin, who died this week, age 87. How old was she? Gosh, I don't even know, you know. Someone tell me how old she was. Yeah, she was. She died of pancreatic cancer, problems with pancreatic cancer, and it should be sadly missed, obviously. But when we talk about her, I'll talk about in more depth when we get to celebrity and community. Yes, she died. Oh, 76. That's it. 76 she was. Okay. Right. So that we were talking about Jeremy Corbyn. How do you feel about David Bailey? Peace, bruh. Haven't seen you for a long time, man. I was gonna say I feel better for it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it, David. I'm not gonna say how I feel much more refreshed and vitalized that I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm not gonna do it, David. David, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna tell you how never hearing from you and getting any comments in my section has been a bonus in my life. I'm not gonna do it, David. I'm not gonna do it. Hi, though. Yeah. So you might think I'm talking to. Oh no. Right. Okay. So here we're talking about in over there. We're talking about stuff that's happening outside of the UK. You know, stuff not in our jurisdiction. We could talk about it, but we can't do much about it. You know, but I say that's a bit wrong. I think we can do something about what's going on. And to show you the power of the people, I'm going to give you a stunning fact I learned about an hour ago. Now, the Me Too movement is all about people that are coming forward to say, I was abused too. Me too. I was abused too when I was younger and it started from, you know, Harvey Weinstein, who's a producer who used his power to say to women, undress for me, massage me when I'm naked coming out of the shower, let me touch you inappropriately, let me do whatever I want, and I'll get you a part in a film, I'll get you status, I'll get you money, I'll get you blah, blah, blah. But he uses power to abuse women. So now we've got multiple people coming forward. We're talking in the dozens. I think it's about 67 people so far have come forward and said, yes, me too. I was abused too. But this has now sparked off in the last year, I'm saying, is thousands of people coming forward. In people at work have been abused, parents have been abused, children of celebrities have been abused, child celebrities have been abused, with people that have just been, you know, bullied and coerced sexually, inappropriately, male and female, have come forward in their droves and have said, yes, me too, it's happened to me too, here's my story, and put it in the newspapers and everything. So now it's huge. Now this has caused a lot of things to be changed in there. Harvey Weinstein immediately was thrown out of the, you know, the awards section, and all routes to power have been cut off to him. So he's no longer in power. He's had to sell his company. All kinds of stuff has happened to him. However, that's not what I'm trying to show you has been the Me Too movement. I wasn't even going to talk about this today, but just I was going to talk about. Okay, in a minute. But like, stick with me. Today, what is his name? Oh my gosh, Kevin Spacey. I forget his name. One of my favorite actors. Kevin Spacey had been accused months ago of inappropriate behavior towards male actors. As you know, he's fully out and gay, as being a homosexual person, and he's been accused of this inappropriate behavior. And so the Me Too movement has put him on the list. He's on the list of people that, oh, you got to stop your job. He's had his show on Netflix axed in its 5th season. So he's deep in that season, and it was called The House of Cards. And it was a brilliant TV show. I loved that show. But now that's axed. They're thinking about bringing another actor to do his work, to do his part, which is ridiculous. How are you going to do that? You might as well just stop the show and leave it. Anyway, he is a producer of a film that was made about 3 years ago. So anything he's done, so he's just been on the shelf doing nothing. So they decided, oh, let's give it a release, because all the people that acted in the film with Kevin Spacey want to see themselves in the film. They want to see the film out there. So let's go and put this film out. And, as a tester, we'll put it in a few small cinemas, movie shows, movie theaters around America. It made $126 opening night. Not million, not 126 million, not 126,000, $126 total. The whole country. America opening night. Black Panther did about 250 million. No, I think it was more like 470 million, something like that. 370, 470 million. Opening day. It did that. Kevin Spacey's movie, Billionaire Boys Club or something, $126. I'm not joking with you. Check it yourself. I thought it was a joke. Even the newscasters that are reporting on this are saying that the Me Too movement has crushed Kevin Spacey's career. Crushed it, which is a damn shame. But, don't do the crimes, you can't do the damn, as they say. Now, I was going to talk about, oh my gosh, look, all my time is gone. I was going to devote to this. I'm looking at the clock over there. Omarosa Manigault-Newman is the latest person to be ejected from the Trump campaign and roadshow that he's doing in America at the moment as president. She's going, and she's released a book, obviously, because she's a reality show queen, basically, and is going by the Trump book, the art of the deal that he never wrote. He had a ghostwriter. Anyway, he's a bestseller, second to the Bible. Chats rubbish. Daily, that man chats so much rubbish. Anyway, over there we're talking about Omarosa Manigault-Newman's reaction to being sacked. She has got tapes. She's got audio and video tapes of conversations with family of Trump, with people that work with Trump, the people that have in public said Trump's cool, and in private on her tapes have dissed Trump big time. So she's releasing these daily, and she's like, just to get notoriety towards her book, just to show that everything she said in the book is not contemporaneous stuff going on. It's all backed up. It's all quantified and qualified through these tapes and videos. So anything she's saying, Trump's saying, oh, that was rubbish. That wasn't. Hold on a second. Plays the tape. Anything else you want to say? What about this allegation here? Yeah, that was rubbish. That was rubbish. All the Trumpites come out. And the sheeple of Trump come out and say, "Oh, that was rubbish. I was never in that conversation with Omarosa about Trump. That is rubbish." 1 second, play the tape. And she's just devastating everyone that comes out. And this woman was hated by her community because she sided with Trump, and was giving out all these speeches about Trump over the years, building up towards the campaign, in the campaign. Throughout the time she was working with him, She was backing him to the hilt, and we were saying, but he hates black people, he's racist, he's done stuff about, you know, stopping black people getting into his houses, his own personal condos he would not rent to. He doesn't like the black accountants counting his money in his casino. He don't like anyone from Mexico. He doesn't like people of color at all, yet you're backing him up. What's that about? I'm about his principle. I'm about his legislation, what he wants to put through, about his tax laws and stuff like that. Forget about this race stuff, it's rubbish. And so when she got sacked, we were like, ha, see, you see how you like it now? See what you're going to do now? And she brought out this book, and now everyone's like, do we clap her? Do we back her up? What do we do? Because she's still an idiot, but she's got all this facts about Trump, as she's showing it. It's exactly what's going on in the Trump campaign. She has, so we don't know, we're conflicted. Black people are conflicted, and she's trying to get back in the black community, saying, I got you back. I'm going to show them all that they shouldn't have dismissed. I mean, I'm going to show them all that the black community won't stand for the way that you're treating us. Yeah. And of course, I make money from my book, and as long as I promote it with the video and audio I've been recording for a year, that I was working under them. I was recording conversations either in the Situation Room, where I was like, wow. And you're just like, and she got audio for that? And press the button. Let's go. Let's go with the audio. Let's go with the video. So that's awesome. This, after Russiagate, after telling Obama, you weren't born in America, Mexicans are rapists, children need to be separated from their parents, grab the women by their nether regions, is a thing I like to do without asking. The amount of women that he's had affairs with while being married to other women, the payments to Stormy Daniels and to the Playboy, forget her name right now, but she, again, these payments, okay, his whole team that helped him get into power have been indicted. They're being taken to court. They're in court right now. Manafort, Cohen, all these Flynn, all these people that helped him get into power to do all these massive speeches. They're the best. I'm going to hire the best people, some of the best people. I have the best people on my side. They're all going to jail. They're all going to jail. His own son looks like he's going to jail. Jared Kushner, son-in-law, looks like he's been up to all kinds of collusion and conspiracy and things. And none of them are out the dirt around this guy. Yet he was going to drain a swamp. And it looks like after all that, when he was just about to dust his shoulder off and say, y'all can't get me, Omarosa, this one gal has been scheming from the time she stepped foot into the White House to write a book in case she get, because she knows Trump. She knows Trump. She's been sacked by him 4 times in her life. Different jobs he's taken her on for. And she's been sacked every time. So she knows what's coming. She knows the only way I'm going to make any money out of this and see the good side is to write a tell-all book, and I'm going to back it up with all, because this campaign is the most corrupt in history. This needs to get down on hardware, to get down on hardware. So she did it. This is the woman's going to take down Trump. I'm guaranteeing this. It won't be the Mueller probe into Russian conspiracy. It won't be anything like Stormy Daniels and stuff. They could just whatever. What did I do illegally? Campaign funds? You can't prove it. We're going to try and get Manafort's tax frame and say it was my tax frame. Stop it. So this was all looking a bit, how are we going to get him? What actually is going to stick to this guy? Video, audio, stuff you cannot take back and argue against and refute. Cannot do it. And Omarosa seems to have hundreds of it. Did I say hundreds? Hundreds of videos saying what he's been up to. So there you go. That's what's happening over there. What have you got to say about that? I find all this stuff fascinating. I mean, Big Brother, a show, if you're into psychology like I, and philosophy like I, then you like these reality TV shows, and you see celebrities on the Celebrity Big Brother started off again. And I haven't got any TV. I haven't had TV for nearly 2 years now, TV channels. I moved from my house that had a Sky dish that wasn't even really, I only had it getting the free channels, you know. I didn't pay for the subscription. I let it cease. But I had to, so I left the house, moved, and I left the Sky dish on the side of the house where it was. So I've got no TV channels. So when Big Brother comes on, I'm watching it on catch up. Now I watched the first one when they inviting all the people in. The first one, Kirstie Alley. Okay, Kirstie Alley. I know. Yeah, Cheers. Yeah. Look who's talking. Look who's talking to. Yeah. Moonlighting, I think she was in. Yeah, Moonlighting with Bruce Willis. Yeah, I remember Kirstie Alley. And that was it. I don't know anyone. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do know Hardeep Singh. I think I can't remember. But the guy that comedian, you know, turban Sikh geezer, you know, does publishing, journalists, cooking. He's a chef as well. Multi-talented, been in all kinds of stuff all over the year. Very funny guy. Yeah, I knew him as well. And right at the end, there's 13 of them. 2 of them I know, and then the 13th was an obscure one. Was the guy that broke the banks and cost about 800 million. They had to be bailed out by the government, Singapore or something. You know, Singapore bank. Liam Neeson. No, it can't be. I can't remember his name. But I remember the story, but didn't remember seeing the guy. He's about 25 at the time. He's now 50 now. He's like 45, 50, something like that. But again, that's the celebrity they're bringing on. But it looks funny. It looks very funny. The people that they brought on are weird. So there's one guy in there. What's his name? Don't know, but he's a human Ken doll. You would not believe, if I describe this guy to you, I'll just say, look at a Ken doll. That's how he looks, but exaggerated Ken doll. You know, he had his ribs removed to be more like a Ken doll. Cheeks. He's had 60 odd operations. Then he died from these operations to change his face. 100 grand later, he looks like an actual Ken doll. He looks absolutely ridiculous, but he's funny as hell. He's so funny. And yeah, so it's a nice little move into segue into celebrity and community. Talk about Aretha Franklin. She died 76, pancreatic cancer, and people are remembering her and what she's done for the entertainment world. She's stunning voice, has made us laugh, cry. I remember watching Blues Brothers, and that was my first real proper thinking, oh yeah, my mum and dad like that woman. I now like her because she's singing a funny song in a comedy I love. And that was You Better Think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think, they'll be free. You need me, and I need you. You know that song. Anyway, very funny, and Aretha Franklin's voice, power in it, made me bar. When she did, Pavarotti's song, Nessun Dorma, she had 2 hours notice. Was it 2 hours notice or a day's notice? Pavarotti was getting sick or something, and he couldn't attend, and she was in town, and they said, do you think you could do this song and step in for her, because it's going to be for the president and for this lady's birthday, very high up person birthday, and Pavarotti was going to do it. Do you think you could do it? He goes, let me listen to his practice audio. She listened to it and said, yeah, I could do that. And they go, okay, so it's over there, let's go over. And so she just belted at me, you know what, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. Now you tell me, I'm going to play this in its entirety, all right? You've got to remember,
Jerry and I broke up, though I am glad to say we stayed friends.
Very little practice.
And I had to leave Donnie because I moved to LA. But
and it's in a different language.
New York, Jerry and I were walking down Broadway when Jerry Wexler, the co-founder of Atlantic Records, pulled up in his limo. So I'm going to skip this bit.
I think they're about to introduce her. Yeah, she stepped out now. Listen to this. It's the Kennedy Center. It's the Kennedy Center Honors in 2015. Aretha Franklin singing, playing the piano, being devastating with her voice.
Looking out on the morning rain.
I think this was before the Nessun Dorma performance. This is Natural Woman.
When I knew I had to face another day. Oh, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key to my peace, of my community.
Remember my mum played this?
In the soul was in the lost and found. I couldn't have along to claim it.
So as entertainers, you're just doing what you love, and then you're getting paid for it, and it's your job. You love doing, you're being happy. But you don't understand what you're doing for people, listening to your craft and your creativity, until they come up in your face, until you see honors like this being bestowed on you. You don't know. So this woman has remained humble. She understands her power, but she's just totally incredible in real life, and not just an entertainer. She's massive advocate for civil rights and will never be replaced.
What you gonna be? You make me feel so good inside. And I just wanna be
Joe. What's your favorite song by Aretha Franklin? Let me know in the chat room. I'm going to tell everyone so they can go and play them now. So this is the performance I was telling you about for instead of Pavarotti couldn't turn up, so she did this for the Grammys in 1998.
Unfortunately, tonight his doctors have advised him to give that sore throat a rest. The selection he was going to perform was Nessun Dorma. 2 nights ago at Music Cares, another legendary voice performed that same song, one you might not expect. She's agreed to step in for a friend, Luciano, literally at a moment's notice. Ladies and gentlemen, Aretha Franklin.
That was Sting introducing her. I'm gonna have to cut this short because it lasts about 6 minutes, but just enjoy it. It's love. It's unbelievable.
Jesús por tu pure o principessa della tua fredda stanza guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Within my heart, my secret lies, and what his name is, none shall know. None shall on thy eyes. I confess it. Soon as more.
For those of you who just joined me in the show, hello Joe, mate. How you doing, Joe Miller? How's it going, geez? Thanks for the videos. They're funny. Yeah, this is Aretha Franklin singing Nessun Dorma at a moment's notice for Pavarotti instead of Pavarotti. Amazing, and she totally killed it. I'm gonna play the rest. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to make me go off again. You know what I mean? Listen to her. She's going to make me cry again. Okay, I'm going to hold it together. So it's all going to be good. I was going to talk about Kofi Annan as well, the UN Secretary General who died as well. Natural causes, I think. About 80 odd years old. Yes, United Nations. He got Nobel Peace Prize. He has been a very interesting leader of the UN. Has been involved in so many controversies regarding it, as has his son, over the oil for food debacle. Yeah, so you know, it's a strange thing that is people always seem to die at the same time. And you know that film 2012. You know, the world's going to end. Drive your car, limousine, and jump off buildings, and everything's going to crap. And you drive through buildings line, and you get through it in time. And then the plane comes, and you have to jump on it, and you have to fly to safety. And all the rich people, all the rich and famous people can afford it. They get little beeps on their watch saying, "Yeah, end of the world. Yeah, it was prophesied. It's happening right now. Get on your plane, get to the island, so you can get your boat or ark, and then escape it all." And the ark is apparently in Japan, the safest place. And the whole world gets flooded because, of course, there's a whole Jesus. It's a whole God thing. That's what the whole thing is about, apocalypse coming. So 2012 was, laid down in history as the time when the earth would die and we would cease to be as humanity. And so the rich people said, oh no, we're going to have a contingency plan for that. And so for years they built these massive cities that are now ships. Massive cities. And only the rich get to take on this. I think you have to have several millions just to get a ticket or space on this boat that's got, you know, food, and there's about 10 of them, and they just sail to a safe place. And where's the safe place? Africa, the beginning of civilization and the end of it too. That was pretty funny film. So yeah, go and watch that. Go and watch Aretha Franklin. Not yet. Wait till the end of the show. So you got like 10 minutes left. What's your problem? Why are you running? Okay, yeah, there's funny films to watch. I'm just thinking, all these rich people, they're probably on that boat right now. Aretha Franklin, she's not dead. She's got all the money she wants. She don't have to perform no more. Bruce Lee, they're all on. Muhammad Ali, they're all on there. Prince, Biggie, Tupac, they're all there. Don't tell me they're not. You know it's true. It's not a conspiracy theory. They were living underground, 200 miles underground, right? Yeah, in their bunker. And now they're all on the boat because the world's going to end soon. And we didn't know what it was going to be. We knew from the Bible that it's going to be fire next time because it's water first. So it's going to be fire and brimstone next time. So that's Trump, isn't it? And you're going to know the beast by him having one eye. And Trump squints so much. He's like he's got one eye. Or he sees so little. It's like he's got one eye. Remember when Donald Glover, you know, Childish Gambino did his song and went like that. That was the eye of the beast. That's what that was about. Go watch the video. Not yet. What's the matter with you? Don't watch the video yet. Everyone's seen the video anyway. Childish Gambino. If you haven't seen that video, amazing video. 390 million people now seen it, and awesome video. Wow, people still talking about it today. Yeah, Childish Gambino did the old. What he's doing? Yeah. Eye of the beholder. See, Osiris eye on the top of the triangle, the pyramid on the $1 note. All-seeing eye. You know what I mean? 666. See that? 666. You know what I mean? As you go now, let's do it like this. I think it's a football thing. I think it's a football celebration thing, but I got it down, you know what I mean? So anyway, we talk about celebrity community, we talk about Kofi Annan, who's going to take over from him. Is the UN in safe hands? Will America still abuse it and treat it like that's their own police force for the whole world? Will they use it against Syria, against Palestine, against Israel, against Iran? And will they always make the UN seem like they're impotent? Make them seem impotent because they always cut them off before they get going and start thinking, oh, that guy's oppressing his people. What say you, people of the world, who control all the forces together and produce so much money to go into this, you know, kitty for the war, for the UN to control and to deal with these despots? And America always go, well, if it's not interesting to us, we don't care about it. But when it is interesting to us, we want you to go in there, no matter what the hell is going on there, nice or not, and deal with it for us, UN. So we don't look like we're monsters. We'll send in the UN because the UN deals with morality and ethics of the world. And the Kofi Annan was like, you're not going to use me. You're not going to use it. And America's like, we're going to use you. We're going to use me. You're not going to let me do that. And I'm going to make sure I stop you. You can't stop us. And we are going to make you do that. So hurry up and get on with it. Stop messing about. So Kofi Annan's life was a bit hell on high water as well. So Aretha Franklin, gone. Another thing I want to talk about in community was the Martial Arts Anti-Bullying Collective, which is a series of, all right, Alan, mate, geez, turned up just at the right time, talk about the ABC. Martial Arts Anti-Bullying Collective is a collection of groups of martial arts schools around the world. We're talking about Australia, we're in Birmingham, we're in London, we're in America, got loads around Luton. We got, and basically what they do, they carry the logo. And if you go on their website and you see the logo, you see that they deal with anti-bullying initiatives that have been made by myself. They also get my book, which is called The Warrior's Life, which has 52 lessons in there on ethics and moral values and stuff like that. They get that. And they also get guidelines on how to teach it in schools. So the schools get to find out how to deal with bullies, and the parents get to find out how to deal with bullies from going to the courses and classes that we do at schools, and what children say. And this is how we're going to stop bullying, as far as I'm concerned, is to make people as confident as possible by challenging them to better themselves in their mind, body, and spirit. We challenge them with martial arts techniques, learning anything the way a martial artist would learn it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's French, the stock exchange, computers. You take a martial arts approach to anything you want to learn and challenge yourself, so you become great at everything that you're interested in. Once you do this, your confidence levels and self-esteem levels go up to the point where your fear and doubt diminish to nothing. And so therefore you're not scared. You're not fearful of telling someone who wants to get you involved in knife crime, drugs, changing your job, making you feel bad about your body, making you feel like you're the less of the partnership, anything that is considered bullying these days. Children can bully too. Children can bully adults. It's very possible. I'm shaking about a bit because I'm getting a bit passionate about it. Okay, so so that's what we do in the Martial Arts Anti-Bullying campaign. We also have an event coming up on September the 30th where we're trying to gather as many people in Marsh Farm, in Lee Manor High School, not in the school, in the field, to gather to take part in the largest self-defense class, walk-in self-defense class. It's going to be like a flash mob self-defense class, so you're just going to be advertised and people turn up. Okay, so we can only advertise it a certain way as well, because that's the rules, and we are going to set the record. So it doesn't matter if 50 turn up or 10 million, we're setting the record. So we don't have to worry about that. We're going to set the record. We just want them as much as possible, so the next person that tries to do it finds it very difficult to beat. So yes, we want everyone to turn up. We want the schools to turn up. Lee Manor, Whitefield, Birmingham. We want what's the other schools in the Marshall? We want all the schools to turn up. We want the parents to turn up. We want workers to turn up. We want anyone that feels they were bullied, anyone that wants to help someone that's being bullied. We want to help the bullies too. Yes, you heard me correctly. We do talk to the bullies too. We talk to them more than the people that are bullied, because bullying starts from fear of something. Being bullied starts from fear of something. So that's what we're trying to do with the Martial Arts Anti-Bullying Collective. We're in 5 schools, 4 academies in Luton, and we bring every once a week to these schools courses and classes in self-defense, as well as academic knowledge of how to defeat bullying, how to deal with people, how to de-escalate problems. People that bully have their own issues. So instead of fighting back against what they actually do to you, what we try to do is to collate evidence, build up a point, go to the school, say to the headmistress, headmaster, they've got a problem with this child because of this in their life, and we want them to get together, come into the class, work together to find out how to deal with their issues, and then they will become friends. And it always happens, 100% success record. The CDMA is awesome, Community Development and Martial Arts. Check us out on www.cdma cdma.uk.com to find out what we do in the community. We do lots of things in the community. We help a lot of people. We do life coaching, child mentoring. We do the ACCL fund, which is to help communities fund their own projects and stuff like that. We are starting a youth club soon called Our Place. It's been going for a while, but we're officially starting it as soon as Marsh House renovate and we get a venue later on. We'll tell you when that happens. We are also building a venue, but it's going to be a ninja training center. I know you like that, Alan. It's going to be a ninja training center inside, as well as doing the academic classes and courses that help people develop their mind, body, and spirit. So that's coming, and that's what Celebrity and Community was all about. Now, tell you what sparks me off. I've only got a few minutes to do it, and I always rattle on too much and giving me too little time to talk about it. But what sparks me off is what grinds my gears, what gets on my nerves. And today's is about people who talk and listen to negativity against black people. So black people can't get together. Black people have never achieved much. Black people don't know how to act right. Black people, but anyone who listens to that is living in the 18th century, 19th century, 20th century. They're not living in the 21st century, because we are not the people causing the trouble anymore. We used to be the go-to people that people would say, you know, we're the scapegoat for all the trouble happening. You know, it must be black people kicking off again. We are the most feared. We're still the most feared. Do I look scary to you? So these people are scared of us, so they give us all this negative gumption about black people associated with violence, black people associated with drugs, black people associated with negative behavior in the community. Anytime there's something wrong going on, it's probably black people. Hate hearing that crap. It's rubbish and hasn't been true for many decades. We are not the people causing trouble, because we are the minority. How can the minority cause all the trouble? Especially when you took to things like America. And I always go back to America, but this is what gets on my nerves. It's when I hear it most, because I'm always listening to American news. But in the prison system, let's not look at anything Trump says or anything. Let's just look at the prison system, which is a continuing fact. It's an endemic problem for many years. The black people make up 15% of the population. That's 330 million. That's 15% of 330 million, and yet 25% of them are in jail. Did you hear that right? 25% of them are in jail. This 2% is the next percentage. After that, white, Hispanic, blah blah blah. 25%. I know 15% are white people, and then 2% any other color. Black people, 25% of their race, of their color, their culture, are in prison in America. That's 2.5 million people. 1.8 of them, 8 million are black. So that's in America. Now, 2.5 million people in prison is more than all the other countries in the world combined. It's more than all the other countries in the world. Did you hear what I just said? Everyone that's in prison anywhere else in the world does not make up the amount of people that are in prison in America, yet black people make up 70%, I think it is, of the population that is in jail. 65, 70% of the people in jail are black. Why? Because they're picked on, see? And people who listen to that negativity, they say, oh, it's their own fault, blah, blah, blah. But where we are is a predominantly black country, there's no problems like this. There's not people. We are successful in every endeavor. In every part of success in another country, we have success in our country. So we are inventors of things, we're scientists, we're everything we are. In Jamaica, Africa, Nigeria, anywhere, we've got billionaires, we've got millionaires, we've got judges. Everyone in Africa can't be a bad guy, can they? Can everyone in Africa be bad? But they've got the same thing you have in your country. They've got the judges and the doctors and the nurses and and the solicitors and the bus drivers and the idiots too. But in their country, they're successful. They're successful. Stop it, people. Listen to your own self. Make your judgment. Listen to your own self. Don't listen to other people's judgment of another culture. Now, I always try to make this whole show a strong hour, and I've gone over a couple minutes, so I'm going to say goodbye right now. Everybody be cool. You be cool. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And yes, you have been blessed. Peace.